guys? Welcome back to another live show. Of course, there's a little hookup, of course, with the intro, but that's all right. And glad to see everyone in the chat having fun. And yeah, back from break, as we should say, refreshed, back at it, and I'm kind of much needed and stuff. Really, taking a break is not such a bad thing every once in a while, especially when there's just drama, um, negativity, and all that. So, but got some really interesting stuff to show you guys and stuff. Of course, been out and about. Got trail cam evidence and stuff to show you guys from the trail cam project that's been out for a couple months now. So I'll be able to show you guys some of that. And updates on audio and a new whole encounter, a new encounter for you guys to see, never before seen. So you guys should stay tuned for that because you'll guys find that interesting. Of course, with me and my girlfriend in the action, going right up to as close as we can with whatever it is. So we will be showing that. We'll be having fun. Maybe have some guests pop up, show up, and stuff. And getting back in the swing of things, guys. So I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I have not totally cold turkeyed Bigfoot the entire time. I haven't watched anyone really, except for the last week too, here and there. But I've been doing my own thing and going out. Went out in the blizzard we had here during Christmas. So I'll have some video and stuff to show of that. Got some video of some solo expedition I did. Some video of some stuff in the summer. We got some video, a whole bunch of videos that we could show. So, yeah, I don't know. I know last time, right before the break, so like mid-November and stuff, I know Johnny was having a lot of activity the last couple months, I guess. October, September, I believe. Of course, probably throughout the summer and stuff, which is pretty sweet. And, you know, always fun. And, kind of got me off track a little bit with that one. But, yeah, we're going to show you some evidence and stuff, some interesting trail cams, some audio, of course, and a new update and stuff, which is going to be very interesting. So we'll get that started here in a little bit, get everyone situated and stuff. We got awesome stuff planned for the new year and stuff. I was gonna do a show last night, but family matters, of course, so wasn't able to. But here we are, and in the new year, it's really awesome because I feel refreshed and with new thoughts on things and new abilities to go outside and stuff all the time now. So we're able to set up. Well, we brought the trail cameras in because of the storm, but it ended up, of course, melting away. But we're going to be working on setting up long-term audio that we'll be routinely checking, and then more trail cams and stuff. Of course, the trail cams and stuff is a Hail Mary stretch to hopefully get something, but we actually do got some interesting stuff on the trail cam. Animals and stuff, a very healthy ecosystem that we placed it in, of course, and some pretty rare animals for Lower Michigan. So we'll see what that is, and so some malfunction, and then some mystery stuff. So we'll take a look at that here in a little bit, and then we'll do probably the update. And show you clips of what we been doing a little bit. Been doing some solo stuff. Gonna be doing a lot of solo stuff at nighttime, in the winter during the snow, in blizzards and stuff. The next blizzard, hopefully, I'm able to get out there during the heart of it, really, and be out there filming and stuff. So safely, of course. But I'll show you a clip of stuff that the dangers of what can happen when you're out in some of the areas, especially when it's snowing and stuff. So, or there's snow on the ground. But yeah, it's good to be back and stuff. I feel um, a little nervous and stuff. Actually, it's kind of fun. I have butterflies in my stomach, so it's a good thing. Stuff. It's a very good feeling. So um, I did catch uh, some interesting new evidence has been coming out. Some fake stuff. A lot of fake stuff has been coming out. A lot of interesting stuff, which is uh, the new. It's really bad for us, but the AI development of pictures. You know, you can go to an AI generator and type of whatever you want, and all of a sudden it's gonna make those pictures, and a lot of them can be super real, lifelike, and can hoax, and it's really bad because a lot of people, um, especially maybe they don't understand and can't see quite the graphics, what's going on and stuff, are getting fooled, especially if it's in black and white and all sorts of stuff, and you have a good story behind it. So we'll be seeing that as the next 5 years, as more and more AI pictures of Bigfoot show up. It will be looking pretty good, semi-good, and then videos doing the same thing, which is interesting. We already have that. We already seen that. There was this famous one, um, Bigfoot in the window and stuff. It was pictures and stuff, but the video recently came up as a hoax. The guy who originally made the video did it as a graphic arts kind of a thing, hoax back in the day, and someone else grabbed it and put it as pictures and fooled a lot of people. Of course, circulated, and so we do know that it's a fake hoax video. It's just very interesting that the AI graphics, uh, plastered on some other type of video, is able to fool people. Of course, we've been seeing a lot of um, pixelated pictures of nothingness, hoaxes of pixelated pictures of I would say like finding Bigfoot's CGI in fact thing, grabbed and then placed onto something, and then erased in some places and tried to blur it up to match the background. And it's very interesting how people fall for that sort of stuff and are just like totally engulfed in it, instead of taking a seat back and just thinking common sense. Like, come on now, especially when there's multiple pictures of the same area beforehand and during, and let's not be fools about it. Come on now. If we're gonna be fools about this subject, um, then stay at home. Stay at home and be on the computer and live that fantasy life, because out there you're gonna get hurt. Because it's winter, right? So this is my favorite time of year for Sasquatch, and I'll tell you why. Because um, I would say 90%, 95% of researchers take the season off, right? They don't do anything. They don't go outside. It's too cold out. Or, they'll give you whatever kind of bullshit excuse, basically, and you'll watch. They don't do winter stuff, for whatever reason. I find it because then when you're outside, you're in the cold. freezing and stuff, it sucks. And I look around at the researchers who claim a lot of things, and I look at them, you know, and physically look at them and stuff, and it's like, come on now. If I'm out in the elements and I'm getting eaten up by bugs and it's sucking and stuff, and it wears on you and stuff, like how far and how much of that can you really take before you give up? And a lot of people give up fast and then just claim that they, walked in the woods a lot. They did a lot of stuff, which they didn't. So I find it funny because it's like LARPing. People are just role playing and live action role playing this character they build up of the Bigfoot researcher, of going to a place, parking their car, going, you know, 300 feet into the wood line, taking a couple of pictures of some stumps or whatever, taking, whether knowing it or unknowingly, taking just pictures and then claiming Bigfoot, whether they know stuff's really just a stump or there's trees, they know the background, there's nothing there. Later they claim it, add a fantastical story, and that seems to sell more than actual evidence, which is a shame. So it's sad that in the this whole new year, hopefully we can vet out these people and that crap. I mean, let's just be frank about it. It's bullshit. It's crap. It's crap. You look at all the evidence out stuff, and most of the stuff is crap. If they have a fantastical story, you better be seeing some good evidence or some, linear progression of stuff that's consistent that, is good, that you can say, okay, well, maybe this person's reliable, maybe this person's actually the real deal. Yeah, the wind chill was here during the storm was like -20 or whatever. It wasn't too bad when I went. It was the day after, unfortunately. I was trying to get out during the nighttime, but unfortunately it just didn't work out with Christmas, of course, and everything else. Being how it was, because I was trying to get right in the middle of it, get fresh tracks and all that, but I was not successful in my attempts to find fresh tracks from the blizzard, which I thought Sasquatches would be hunkered down. We had snow here. They'd be hunkered down until the very fresh blizzard that would just wipe out all fresh tracks. They would be hunting during the blizzard because all their tracks would be covered. And then they would hunker down for another week or two before the snow melted like it is now. So coming into 2023, pretty hot and loaded and ready to go. Um, so we're be pulling up some stuff here in a second. I'm gonna get it ready, and we'll showing you some trail cam pictures. We'll be doing that first. Alright, so a lot of these are, of course, different animals, and um, before we get to the juicy, interesting ones. So we usually pull my first trail camera. I had a stealth cam. I always pull them out during the dead of winter because when it gets down to 0 in the negatives, it can explode the batteries and really cause it to just fry itself out. Okay, just need to change this around real quick because I don't want to do this. But yeah, had a good Christmas and a good New Year's and all that. We didn't, don't celebrate the ancient pagan holiday of Christmas, but we'll celebrate the American holiday version of it. Because if you guys aren't aware, it's a very ancient holiday that's mixed matched, full of different religions and stuff. So uh, that would be a different show that we could get into all that, which would be very interesting. Okay. I was just checking to make sure I have the last minute things. All right, so hopefully this still works the way it used to, and this will run smoothly. Um, you guys should see this. Let's see if this works. Mm, okay. Put this up. It doesn't look like it's doing what I want it to do. I might have forgot to switch the audio off because the trail cam is going to have static and all of this. Unfortunately, I don't. No? Okay, so you guys see that. I guess I will have to do the other way. Alright, give me 1 second. It's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me, of course. We'll do this so we can see the animals and the interesting things that were actually caught, which you guys might find a little bit interesting, above average. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it's just whatever. Comparatively. But compared to what we're actually after and stuff, there's no Bigfoot on screen or anything like that. That would be amazing. Okay. But you never know. You could always get lucky with trail cam. Okay, so here we go. There's that. for you guys. If it doesn't load up and this doesn't work, whatever. We'll move on to the next thing. It's okay. So, alright, it looks like it should work. So, yeah, a lot of these, there were over 200 pictures within, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, 4 months, 4.5 months. Not all of them are going to be shown here, obviously. But we'll show, and along the way there'll be the mystery ones. So a lot of these and stuff just show the ecosystem and how healthy they were. There were a lot of deer, of course, throughout this place. I want to make it working for you guys. Their eye shine from a deer that's being broadcasted from the IR light and reflected off the back of the eye towards the camera. So this is a picture of during the daytime, of course. Lots of deer, young deer and stuff. It's kind of interesting how they progress, of course. Getting pretty epic now. It's up there. It might not be the longest at its point, but it's definitely getting there. Little buck and stuff. So and there's it's pretty interesting and stuff. It's very interesting. This was a ridge line. And down some videos, of course, it just looks slow and oh, there's I don't know what activated it. I'm not sure. Just seeing photos, right? Videos of the trail cam. Nothing got captured, but um, there were several pictures activated. I always think of trail cameras as pictures. Little raccoon, little trash panda, but it gets activated for no reason and stuff. This one's pretty good. It picks up little birds far away, so I think most of them were leaves or other things going by, potential bugs and stuff. You know, you always have to be careful of, thinking, what set it off and stuff, because deer and other things will run through the whole frame, and sometimes your trail camera will activate and only capture the moments after, which this actually does it a few times. There's deer running at the very end of the corner for the very first second. So yeah, so it's very interesting. We'll set this trail camera back out. It's up there, but we'll set it back up after it gets warmed up. It's not really made to go to extreme colds, which it could get when it gets colder here. And right there, coyote, I believe. And but we'll set it back out during the spring and leave it out for a couple months, and hopefully get something good. We'll set it up in a new spot. I was thinking about facing it this way, the other way where they're all running and stuff, and capturing it that way. But this is a pretty good spot. But there's a number of good spots that this will probably be going, so it's kind of hard to pick. If you guys are hearing audio and stuff, I do apologize. It would be very static and stuff because of how it is. I didn't have enough time. You know how it is. Just around with. I wasn't gonna add the add all this, but the last minute I decided to. But I forgot to mute all the audio for all of this. So back there was 2 coyotes. Beautiful. And you'll see more of them as they work in tangent. I actually know where their den's at. It's underneath of a fallen tree. And it's pretty interesting because I found their tracks during the snow. And on the logs, and very agile creatures. They are not dumb at all, and it shows a very good, healthy ecosystem right here. This micro ecosystem, this little chunk right here, because there's all this deer, there's 2 coyotes, and of course a nice little fat raccoon, of course, and other animals as we'll see. So it is good to be. Which one is this? As you can see, it didn't. So this one is pretty interesting because what we're going to be looking for is going to be down in here at the very bottom left corner. It's going to be a shadow that's going to move downwards inside this light pocket, this little window. So we'll scrub that back a couple times. Repeat it. I do it like this. Alright, so you can see that. So whatever is something has activated the camera, and this is in the background. I keep messing it up. I apologize. Like I said, I should have had this loop done a little bit better. But you know, it's pretty interesting. So, right. The interesting thing is the squirrel activity picks up Couple dozen clips after and stuff. They're all chasing each other and stuff like crazy, consistently on here stuff. I didn't. I didn't show any of those clips. I can show them, I guess. That's what stuff. Thought these bigger game animals would be a little bit better, more interesting. So it's it's pretty cool. I find it pretty interesting to see kind of what wildlife's out there, what's passing through, how often, which is it was pretty consistent. It seemed like for a trail cam. I've had some spots where uh, after a couple months and stuff, maybe 100 photos and stuff. So a very excellent spot. So, I just love how they walk, how they are hunched over and stuff. But we'll the next couple of shows and stuff, we'll have some guests coming on. Uh, yeah, quite a little bit farther to be able to consistently find them. But we did. Uh, There's a little bee, little friend. I wonder if we have another little hive mind in here, a little buzz action. So right there has picked up these birds that are on the ground and they're moving. There's just to show how the camera is actually pretty decent. It's not like it's tripping off at the move to pick up. But at the same time, if there's a bug or something that flies in front of it, I didn't show. I'm not going to show on here, but I did capture. It flies really fast by. It will, trick the camera. So just because you're capturing isn't paranormal or interesting happen, it could be simply animal run. So here's a very awesome clip right here, and that is a bobcat, which is pretty awesome to see. And again, shows how healthy this ecosystem actually is, because to find them here in Lower Michigan in this spot, it's like this is a pretty rare video. But not only that, you have them crop twigs, and kind of fast that time. I'll kind of scrub it back and forth, but this was a couple nights after. So basically, he is coming back to wherever he came from originally, because he's going off in that direction, right? And he's coming back the other way, which is awesome. And you can tell if you he has a little tail, very small little tail, and he's flicking it, flicking it, flicking it. And his ears and stuff are a little slightly different than a house cat. That is not a house cat. It's a bobcat, a little one. It's not a fully grown one. I think it's kind of a young one. But that's an awesome find to have here. It's pretty sweet, actually. With that many predators and stuff active. Okay, so this one, we'll just pause it if I can. You can see that there's these dots right here, dots right here, dots right here, dot 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 right here. This is a malfunction. Dot right here, dot right here. This is a malfunction of the camera, which is interesting. Not saying anything paranormal, but it's definitely a malfunction of the camera. And then I'm going to show you the very next clips after, just to show that it's working properly now, because this is the very next clip with no distortion, no nothing. So that one section was glitching out, having dots in weird places. So that would be kind of qualifying as interesting. And of course, you know, the deer are out, animals are out in the weather. This is right as the storm and stuff is happening the first day. The first day we had it during Christmas week. Yeah, deer running away. The trail cam is activated, right? It's activated. There's nothing going on, but the second see, showing that, you know, stuff can run right by it, and then it'll activate and you'll see nothing. Doesn't mean, you know, something's messing with the camera, but definitely shows you to get it prepared. But the interesting thing about this one, we'll have to do this trick again. This appears to get moved at the start of this clip. Oh, dang it. I have to such a short clip. There we go. And this so at the very beginning of this clip, it's moved. That's the movement activates the recording, which I find it very interesting. This, so over here, we're in the screen. Well, hopefully, I think it's working for some people. It's probably cutting out for some people. My connection might be a little crappy here. When you guys rewatch this, you know, you can rewatch this on YouTube after the fact, and it will be perfectly fine. Just make sure to set it. Oh, jeez, my alarm's going off. My 11 o'clock alarm. Set it when you watch videos after the fact, not live videos. Make sure you go to your settings, go to your resolution, go to the advanced settings, and then click the highest thing you can do, because YouTube will set you at such a low thing. It's ridiculous. It's like setting you at third world country level phones so they can watch it, you know. So, don't do that. Make sure to always change that. Putting, salt blocks and all that is, you know, defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do, which is um, capture the natural environment without manipulating it with food and stuff. I'm trying to capture Sasquatch and stuff, right? So realistically, I'm not gonna most likely do that on trail cam, but I don't want to. I want to have animals reacting normally in their environment without human manipulation of that sort. Um, how high is it on the tree? Um, 7 foot up. 7 foot up, and then it's on a little bit of a downhill too. So yeah, so that's pretty much was the best of the best. I mean, there was a lot more deer, but that gets kind of old, right? A lot of good, healthy bucks that did survive hunting season. That would be bigger next year. But yeah, so we're gonna be placing that here once the weather actually in March. Usually during January and February, I personally don't have expensive ones to leave out like that one. So all right. Because the one I did that was made for cold weather blew up, and so don't trust it. You gotta keep the batteries warm and stuff. They get too cold, it just doesn't work. Um, Let me check something real quick. Um, but the GoPro, I have a GoPro Hero Black 7, which is still kicking some butt as the regular daytime use and abuse camera. It runs hot, so like most GoPros, they tend to say most people say they'll almost overheat. They run really hot. Well, in winter it's perfect. They run perfectly fine, and that extra heat that it does cause actually warms the camera up during winter, which is good because I've had the cameras fail because it's too cold. So there's always trade-offs when getting electronics and stuff like the night vision we have and stuff. Like it's really good as a sit down and kind of scout around and point and slowly move. It's not something I can just film and move at the same time. Uh, so there's trade-offs to everything. There's Hab Science and stuff. I don't know if you seen the trail cam picture we had, but we had a little friend of yours buzz in the trail camera. Biz biz. Shout out to them. Just checking my notes and stuff a little bit. Make sure I got all of the trail cams. All the important ones we've seen that I wanted to show. Yeah, so that bobcat being in the area, along with the coyotes and all that deer, a very healthy spot. So this is in a little quiet. I think it's the connection, but I will try to adjust that real fast. Yeah, that's weird. Because when I tested it before, it seemed to be fine. Is that any better? No. Is that any better? Hmm. I don't know. I haven't been on StreamYard in a while, so everything should be exactly the same. I can always talk a little louder, I guess. Um, um, I'm getting the some audio ready for us. Some update and stuff. So we're going to be comparing some audio that I sent out to Curious Cryptids, and we went back and forth and stuff. And he sent me um, some interesting stuff and claiming that it was owls and stuff. And we went back and forth a little bit, but he finally sent me, and this was before the break, that I'm going to show you guys, and then we're going to show you my clip, and we're going to compare the two and see what you guys think as either as we either figure out if it's the same call or if you guys think it's a different call, um, and we'll update this audio because that's what you do when you learn and find new evidence and stuff and new things that you can compare and maybe change your mind on things. So, all right, so let me share the screen again, and then we'll hopefully this audio will work for you guys. Could show. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to do it that way. Okay. Alright, so we'll get this going. And so we're going to play Curious Cryptids audio file of owls that, what was it? Was him and, I can't remember who he said got it, but they were out in an area by him. I captured these, which are pretty unique owl calls. I believe to be from a barred owl of some sort or some other owl. Right here. So let me know if this audio works. It should be better than me. I apologize aloud. Alright, keep that from. Alright, so now we're going to compare that to sounds that we got. Um, where did it go? Hide that. Because I seem to be blind and can't find what I was looking for, so I will switch over here and find it here on our main drive. The madness and stuff, so it's all pretty much coded and so I know what things are and what they are. There's as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that I have on here. Some of it's clips, full clips, original clips, copies of stuff. Where Oh, I do have an update on the solo I shine. Here. I believe this is it, so we're gonna play this and find out. I actually didn't get rid of a lot of stuff.
What's that?
Okay, that's actually the next clip that will be. Short. Alright, so this is the one. Hopefully you guys can hear it pretty good. So what do you guys think? Pretty close sounding, huh? So this is what we caught here in Michigan, and there's actually a full clip. There's appears to be there's a coyote that goes off. There's a couple whoops, which might be this same thing. So. Move this out of the way real quick. Put that there. And we can do that. Alright, so we can compare right after. So these are the ones that Curious Cryptids sent me that they caught out there. Where he's at on the Pacific Northwest. I know that's a little softer to hear. It's a little different, but very similar. Stop doing that. I need you to not do that. Here's the whole clip that we can play that has a bunch of things in it. So again, I apologize. This might be loud. There's going to be some whoops at the beginning. There's going to be a coyote at the beginning after the very first call that's made, and then there's some type of mechanical noise stuff. So this is super enhanced and stuff. So it's going to sound a little different, and it's made to bring out this mechanical noise, which Curious Cryptids did point out. And wasn't sure what it was. I honestly didn't even know it was there until he pointed it out, which is interesting. But and then we'll more.
Oh! Did you guys hear that? There was a response that way. It sounded like, I don't know what it was though.
So the owl call sounds very familiar, but this is the full clip that everything was captured on. And there's a lot going on. There is stuff that was buried underneath. There's even this like grunt that is captured. The mechanical noise that James hears, and he says, "Oh, did you hear that?" That was something that wasn't originally caught. That thanks to Curious Cryptids, I was able to bring out. But the at the very end, that boop boop boop, ooh, I think it's probably an owl. After hearing what Curious Cryptid sounds like, and some of the other clips he sent me, it does sound very owl-like. And then this other clip, after hearing this other clip, it sounds avian to me. I can just hear it. It's like a clear, just like the fog has been lifted. I'm able to clearly hear it now, and so that is probably an owl. Just because it sounds so clear. That last part, that boop 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 boop, screech. Now this is clearly an owl. This is clearly, and maybe it might be a screech owl, but you can tell that it's an owl by the way and tone that it's avian and stuff. It's a little harder to tell that on ours that we captured, but it's very similar in Joe. There's whoops. There's two whooping noise sound. There's actually a grunt. Well, that sucks. That that happened. You know, I'm wondering that StreamYard just implemented this. If you pay for StreamYard, right, you can. If you guys are having issues, right, with the stream and it's not buffering correctly and your audio is a little wacky, that you can have recording, right? That's no issues at all, right? You can have that ready to go, right? Uh, with that, and they want you to pay to be able to do this stuff. Well, are they going to make the connection for people who don't pay a little suckier? So you kind of feel like you have to get that stuff, or what? Because connection shouldn't be that bad. That's never really happened like that. Because on my end, it said I was still going. But then I looked at my YouTube on the phone to double check, and it wasn't. So yeah, that was a good 5 minutes. So, and I wonder what the heck what the deal is. But all right, that's okay. We might be switching, doing different live streams and stuff um, instead of StreamYard. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit. After this, you guys can watch this show. Um, After the fact, and it should be perfectly good. So we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna go over, and I'm gonna show you guys me out in the winter, or not winter, out in the snow here. This last about 2 weeks ago, I guess, just after the storm out and about, and let me get that ready. And that can happen to anyone that's out there if they're not prepared and not ready to go. Of course, I was, and expected it to happen, so I got my little cheat sheet to show where it's at because it's still in the raw format. Yeah, so it was pretty interesting going out there and stuff. Didn't see anything, didn't find anything. I just had a lot of fun. I did find actually a spot that I really wanted to check out during the springtime. There's more cover because it looks like a really good spot to hide and bed down for most animals, including the Sasquatch. And it's really tall. I don't know what it's called, but it's not cattails, but it's tall grass. It's like decorative tall grass, weed grass you can get. But in there, there's animals making their way. Uh, in a main. Oh, that is. Alright, so that should be ready. Hopefully you guys can see this. I do apologize, it is what it is. Um, Alright, but this is me out in the winter, going right out into a marshy spot. I showed the video file. That'll probably be better. But let's see. Alright, it's loading up. Give me a bit. And show you some fun stuff.
It's right there, so we're gonna make our way this way. This way.
Alright, now am I able to... I need to jump ahead because this is pretty long. Okay, nope. Guess we're gonna do it the other way. Because there's, you know, like, I don't know, 8 minutes, 10 minutes before I want to show you guys the, you know, what actually is going on. That, you know, we don't need to watch yet. I mean, it'll be on the YouTube here in a little bit, but, just wanted to get through this segment. So we'll let this load for a second, and then you guys can watch this. Again, the volume on this might be a little loud and stuff, and I'm going to be going through stuff that's going to be sounding loud. So just be... And, you know, this is the type of stuff that you probably won't be seeing everywhere else, because most people don't go out in this kind of crap.
All the cattails and stuff. Ouch. So that is above my head.
Most of this, you know, yeah, like all this is probably going to be only watchable tomorrow, when it's not going to be buffering and all this other crap. Unfortunately, that sucks. But, you know, whatever. It happens, I guess. I'll tell you what. Real quick. You know that's the problem with technology and online going live is, you know, it's not proficient sometimes when it needs to be, you know, when you want it to be. Yeah, and that's kind of been a frustration and why it's getting old. So, but I can share this video file. I'll share the other clip that I was going to share anyways, but it's not as long, so we probably can watch that without skipping. Therefore, you should watch it, be able to watch it if I share the file this way. Hopefully it won't be buffered and all messed up. Alright, get this ready. And then, tomorrow, um, let me stop this real quick. Let me stop this, make sure this actually works. Tomorrow, we're going to be on Texas front porch, and with Bigfoot Rob on their show and their programs tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show and stuff. Great guys. I've been on there one other time once, and I watch their show every once in a while and tune in, and they're pretty fun. So I'll probably put on something on the community page. You can show. I hopefully should have the boys with me in the group, so we can tag along and hear from them. Alright, so let's share this, and hopefully this will play for you guys.
But break it into chest. Yep. Heart trickled a little bit. So this is why it's get sucked right in and you're gone. I'm gonna make my way this way. Get on the shore. I was kind of thinking that maybe like over there. Ooh. Oh, right back in. Yeah. Fall right in there. I was like, so lovely. And that's why Sasquatch love this spot, because in a human you can't really walk in it. Ground's not frozen enough to come back when it's like 0 degrees out. So it's still gonna be not frozen. Now I'm wet. I gotta keep moving, keep walking, and warm up. That's also a good reason when you come out to marshy swamp areas to have someone with you because I went down, you know, it's a pretty bad situation to be in.
Alright, well hopefully that was better for you guys than it was than on my end. But tomorrow you guys should be able to see that some of the stuff I was in, I had fell right in there, in the middle of that, and I got caught by some root and debris that was right there on my crotch. Basically, I kind of fell like that. It stopped myself. It didn't hurt, but like I fell right back in and kept opening it up, and it's like I stayed in there. You know, I got very lucky that I didn't just fall all the way through. That I actually was able to get caught. Um, because especially as a bigger guy, he can weighs a little bit. Um, you go into some spots in some muddy areas. I've walked in a spot. It looks like solid forest ground that's covered in leaves, and I've got sucked all the way down, down again to the crotch area. And if you definitely could break a leg that way easily. But in that environment, you know, you could fall all the way past your head. And then when you try to go back up, you know, you're tangled in root systems, and you can easily drown. You can easily not resurface and never be found again. Because, especially sometimes, I have a bad habit of not telling people exactly where I'm at. And, you know, would people go out there and look swimming, and then, you know, to find someone in a little pocket and stuff underneath of a cactus nest or swamp or marsh system like that is very unlikely. Very unlikely. So you always gotta be careful and stuff. But I did end up getting back out, and of course I was frozen from about you know, down and all that, which is fine as long as you keep moving. I was dressed properly with layers, so. But now for the final thing, and this is probably not going to turn out that well anyways on the live show, which is fine because this video is going to be dropped here tomorrow or Tuesday, which you guys will be able to see in its full, which is this brand new encounter that me and my girlfriend had, and you guys can watch the full little night investigation. Kind of it was more just a walk in the woods. We were just relaxed, and to be frank, it's kind of boring, most of it until the very encounter. But a lot of people like to just see what we're doing out there, even if it's nothing. Is what I keep getting told. So you guys can just watch that all the way up to the encounter, and then it gets pretty intense with some interesting evidence to show you. So we're going to show the evidence here right now, before we end the show. You know, so those who are watching, you know, get ready. It probably is going to be all funky and screwy and stuff, but tomorrow on the live show it should be crisp and fluid. And then the long investigation will come out, which was very interesting, to say the least. So let me get that video set up to the right time slot. And then we'll pretty much be pretty much over with the show. We're not going to go super long tonight. But we'll be having guests on another show next week, and then after that we'll be having guests on. as long as everything works out on their end and our end. That's always the problem with you know, setting up stuff out is sometimes things come up, you know, families first, so um, but hopefully they all line up and stuff. We get some interesting topics, maybe a little controversial um, guests and topics that might flare and ruffle some feathers up, um, which is not bad. Um, if you guys want to contact me and get in Michigan and get out and stuff, we can work something out. The summer after winter probably be the easiest and most best for physically for a lot of people. Unless you're pretty hardcore and you want to like camp in the middle of winter with tents and primitive camp and all that, then I mean that's what we do. There's no point to get a cabin. You know, we sometimes you know it's nice, right? But really, when you're cheating yourself out of the opportunity of being out there. You're in a tent. You're out there. You're out in the field, nonstop. You know, you're in a cabin. You're limited of where you could be at, and yeah, it's nice, warm, and cozy. But you're going to miss out on all the action that could happen outside your tent. And I particularly am one for camping where the action is and camping away from people if I can, and camping. Um, where'd it go? There it is. Camping next to the wood line, away from people. That way, if there's action, maybe they're most likely to go to the nearest person towards the wood line. There we go. Just setting up the right time to where the encounter first begins, and then I'm just gonna let it play through. I'm probably gonna go for a bathroom break. I really need it. We're gonna let it play through, and then I'll stop it at the end of the encounter. We'll talk, whether it plays or not for you guys on the live show. It will play tomorrow. And then you can watch it in its full when we release it. Dealing with the bugs, we decided to finally head home and decided.
Sure.
Sorry, I messed up a little bit because when I wrote down the time, I wrote down the time for the original clip. And for some reason, it's not what it should be.
You see both.
Okay, there we go. Sorry. It always seems like StreamYard and technology just don't work. For me anyways. I have very bad luck with StreamYard cooperating the way I want it to work. Very bad. Always, no matter what I've used, different devices, different computers, different places, it is exactly the same. Alright, now that we're sharing, let's click on over here. Be getting up. Off of our trip actually, and we're heading back to the car, and basically we're on the trail and walking, and girlfriend just stopped a little bit back, and I'm walking up a little bit up ahead of her, and that's where this starts.
What? No, our car's over here.
It blinked.
Yeah. Shouldn't get your light off of it. Right there. Yeah, shine your light on it.
It's not moving.
Go.
No.
There you go. For a raccoon.
Blinked.
I'm trying to, I don't know. Off of it. Oh, yes. I slept earlier.
Yes. Yeah, that's you. Keep your light right there.
turn it around. Okay, now it's, yeah, you can see both the eyes shine right there. Yeah, it's not moving at all. Boso! Oh. Uh-huh. It's probably just a deer laying down, I bet. Oh, that's a really good one. This is to our left right here.
Yeah. I don't know. Streamer just doesn't like me tonight. I don't know. I don't know. I know it was probably bugging out and being crappy for a lot of people, but tomorrow it should play. But you know, I'll just post it. I guess it should be up tomorrow anyway. So that's kind of a bummer. Um, Maybe on some of your guys' end it was fine. I'm not sure, but whatever. Sometimes you know that's StreamYard. A good old reliable StreamYard. That's what I've come to find out. Okay, so switching gears because that's not gonna work the way I want it to. It keeps kicking me off. StreamYard. Um, so yeah. So basically, there's gonna be the encounter and stuff that we get to. I actually go and walk up to it. We got some amazing pictures that you can see that turned out really good. Um, and it's pretty interesting. So stay tuned for that. See, it works. You know, see, so Pyromedic, it works for you because you said it almost got to the good part, man, which means it worked really good for him, but other people it did not work really good, right? So there's something going on. I'm not sure what is the issue because it doesn't seem like it should work for some people and not all people, and vice versa if it's broad bandwidth. Because if it's coming from me, right, it should all technically be the same signal going out, streaming to other people. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it was jumpy. Uh, Tomorrow it should be good. I guess I could. It's gonna, you know, no use. So I'll get that out. You guys can watch the full thing, and then you guys can watch the. I'll put the link to where you can just jump over to the encounter, right to where I was trying to play it today, and then if you want to watch the whole walking in the woods and trying to just having a good time, uh, then you guys can watch that for you guys. Typically, I don't like putting out stuff that doesn't have something going on, right? Like real something going on. Maybe it's evidence, maybe it's whether it's, Bigfoot or something that will be later determined as an animal. Um, I try to want to only put videos out that have evidence. Um, I can. Yeah, I might be able to send it. Usually James can come on and he plays stuff flawlessly from his connection and what his setup is, I guess. Um, I can send him it stuff. Yeah, I mean it'll be out. They should be able to play it. It'll probably be out tomorrow. If I get it out tomorrow before the show, they'd be able to play it. I'm guessing off the show or on the show, and then I could probably send them if I'll take just the encounter itself, and then I can just put that on the YouTube and send that to people. That way you guys can see it. So, because I'm probably itching at the bones. I just didn't make a smaller version of it yet. But we might not get to it. I don't know. It's their show, and we'll talk about whatever. And you know how it is when you go live and stuff. That boat is on some crazy rapids, and you float all over the place. And sometimes you miss out on what you were trying to get to and wanted to bring up. And but they're a great group of guys over there, really down to earth. Um, really, down to earth and heartfelt. Really honest. And the heart on their sleeve over there a lot, and that's honorable. So, but here at the Lost Cryptids, we're going to be heading into this new year with fresh, revigored might, uh, big plans, new routines and regimens that we're doing to get into shape, get into really good shape actually, because we're heading into this new year, trying to go places where no one's gonna go, do things that you guys probably haven't seen before. Um, I took this break and stuff really to just get away from everything, all this Bigfoot crap, focus on other things, focus on my health, focus on getting back into shape really good, and succeeded in all that. And I feel amazing and stuff. I feel like I have a lot more renewed vigor about all this, and even more. So I was already determined and at a really good place, but sometimes it's good to just take a break and completely forget about it. So when you come on anything, when you come back to it, oh man, it's like you're 10 times better. And a lot of people actually have done this in different ways and different fields, and it is proven to work. So uh, to work and be better and stuff like that. It's just proven things and stuff like that. But so yeah, we're doing the 100-day push-up challenge right now. Every other day. We're not doing it every single day. Yeah, 100 push-ups a day, every other day, all week, every week, and then 100 crunches on the rest of the days, and then do a little bit of other stuff on the side. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna keep into it, and then hopefully, only the second thing during winters you can't go outside and run and jog and stuff. So we are going to be we're definitely going to be getting into shape and going farther an expedition this summer because we plan on walking miles and miles and miles and miles. On this winter hike trip that I did, I walked 5 miles round trip. In all that, including being wet and stuff, I had to walk 3 more miles after being all wet and stuff. So I didn't just go home. I was still out there. I think the key to that is just keep moving, and be in the shape and stuff. Not being sluggish and out of shape and unbalanced and you know, oh, I'm too cold. It sucks, man. Just go back home. Well, yeah, it's winter. It's gonna be cold for the next like 6 months or whatever. A couple months. Get used to it, right? Figure out a way to stay warm or something. I don't know. Get used to it. Do something about it, right? That's my advice to people who don't embrace what's really gonna come. The bugs are about to come bite your face off. Oh my God! Don't complain about it. Just deal with it, right? Uh, Working out, getting into shape, is gonna help with that. And frankly, the harder you push yourself here, the easier time you're gonna have out there. And so that's what I have been focused on last this break, and so we're gonna be doing more of that. I'm sure you guys will probably be noticing that on this next year as you see more and more time go by. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Sorry about that. I guess a little bit. I just kind of just do that. I mean, I wanted to be completely off Bigfoot, like completely focused, nothing on Bigfoot at all. No shows. I wanted to. I seen some stuff. It's like I wanted to watch that. I didn't watch nothing. I didn't want to watch any of this Bigfoot stuff. I didn't want to read about Bigfoot. Didn't want to do anything Bigfoot out of mine. Completely out for a little bit, and then to refresh everything, and then come back in it happier and stronger than ever, right? And not only just because of, well, there's because of a few reasons actually, but there's drama, negativity, honestly just the pathetic bullshit that we see as evidence and as researchers. It gets really old and stuff, so uh, you know. Plus, spending time with my family and stuff. I'll love that. Um, but of course, there's always some Bigfoot stuff going on. I'm getting electronics and all my gear stuff set up, and even though it's not fully taking a break from Bigfoot, I did pick up a nice $2 book, Mysteries of the Unexplained. That maybe I'll read on here one of these days with a better connection. But been doing a lot of other things. See, actually I have this. Which one is it? This right here is actually a pretty sweet book. The Great American Countryside, A Traveler's Companion. This is actually filled with a lot of awesome information. And I love older books and stuff. I have a few like 1960s books and all that. Put this back. So, it's been a great time. So no, I'm not lost somewhere in the swamp, in a cave with Bigfoot somewhere. Not yet, anyways. Um, but that's pretty much it. We're gonna cut the show here at 2 hours. We're not doing nothing long tonight, and then tomorrow, next Saturday we'll be at um, probably 11 normal time. Getting back at the normal time, normal schedule, normal swing of things, and we'll be having more videos drop regularly. Actually, got a bunch lined up. They'll be dropping every, I don't know, Thursday or Friday, I guess we'll say. I don't want it right next to the live show. We got some adventures, some solo adventures, some stuff for the group. This is all stuff from last year. Um, Still working on the stuff from Florida. I was kind of hoping there was going to be a little bit more stuff uh, um, on some of these files, but unfortunately there wasn't on this one file. But that's okay because there's more stuff coming out from other people, so it'll be interesting to see some of that. And hopefully, one day, what I filmed in Florida will be finally unveiled and revealed by someone who has it, so that can be seen by the light of day and actually vetted by people and talked about and make shit happen, right? So that's why there's an open invite to people, real researchers who actually want to come out and test their in Michigan. We got a couple places. If you want to come out in winter, let's go. If you want to come out in any other time, let's do it. Stay tuned as we are going to be doing a Michigan Dogman and Bigfoot, the Michigan Bigfoot and Dogman Conference here this year, coming soon, and we're very excited about that. And so stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. It's going to be laid back. It's going to be the way that we want it. It's not going to be full of fake people. And that's the one thing is there's a lot of fake, famous Bigfoot people who get paid to speak and stuff. But the reality of it, if you take them out in that woods, I mean, honestly, you can beg them to go out in the woods after at these conferences, and they're going to be like, no, I'm going to spend the night at the hotel. No, I didn't prepare. I didn't. And if I was invited and especially getting paid to go speak at these events, where especially at these places where Bigfoots are at, I would be like, okay, when's the conference over so we can go camping? So let's go out in the woods. Let's go investigate, right? Like that's more important. Like every opportunity I would be able to speak at an event at some state, I would be planning to go out with those people to go investigating, right? I mean, as a Bigfoot expert or person like that, shouldn't you take every opportunity to go at all the places that you are getting invited or paid to go to further investigate, right? So when there's some red flags you see with certain people who it's like, one telltale sign and test you can tell with a researcher to other researcher is to take them out in the field and see how they operate and see what they do, see how they react to the natural wildlife, how they hear stuff, to when they come across impressions in the ground, when they come across storm and tree debris, structures and stuff, see how they operate, see if they think everything is Sasquatch or not, and very quickly you can determine like yeah, that's full of shit. Excuse my language, but I mean, they're full of it, and it gets old, and it gets frustrating and stuff because you'll hear from a lot of people is real Bigfoot evidence and real Bigfoot research doesn't sell. It's not interesting to people. People like stories, made up stories, real stories doesn't matter. Stories. People like sensationalized crap with a story behind it. Pictures of red circles with nothing but leaves. As long as there's a good story, or they are in their make-believe fantasy believing that there's a face there and trying to make everyone else believe it, that gets more attention, that gets more more people jump on that bandwagon to defend that stuff than will then jump on real researchers trying to present real evidence and trying to figure out if it's real evidence of animals, unique making sounds, unique undiscovered stuff, very rare stuff that we as Bigfoot researchers need to know, or if it's the real deal Bigfoot or the cryptids, right? So it's very frustrating that there's a lot of newcomers and a lot of people we are seeing that are researchers who are not doing the very simplest basic stuff, nor do they have the very basic understanding. They don't even go out in the woods. You see these people, and it's like you go like 100 feet into the woods. You get out of your car, you go 100 feet into the wood line, and you film. That's it. Um, I've heard of them, but I've not personally watched them a whole lot. I think what was that? Matt from Central Florida, Bigfoot might have mentioned them. Maybe someone else mentioned them. I checked them out a little bit, but I have not like watched full-on videos, multiple videos, nothing like that. There are a number of on-the-ground researchers that are great, are doing a lot. That again, not getting the recognition, not getting the support, but you can post some blurry Photoshop big photo and you'll have like 100 people jump on the bandwagon to defend you and to defend that photo as long as you have a good story, you know. Sometimes the more fantastical and unreal it is, the more people gravitate towards it and defend it, and it's sickening honestly because it's not something I want to be fighting against for years and years and years, where person A goes out there, gets people riled up, and she's imagining these things that are not real, not happening, and she's convincing everyone through suggestion when they're out in the woods at nighttime, 'cause it's scary, that all the creaks and moans and animal sounds are Bigfoot, and through the power of suggestion, uh, they are able to convince people that stuff's happening, or you know, or any of that crap, and that's just it's laughable. It's laughable when it's laughable by the people who are really out there doing it. It's like such child games. It's ridiculous that it actually works. So that's the whole weird thing, is it actually works on people. But anyways, it's been 2 hours, so we're gonna be shutting the live show down. I'll be working on that video. I think I need to adjust the audio on it because I have these headphones, and when I was working on stuff, I have these headphones a lot better than uh, devices without the headphones. So sometimes my audio is a little lower on it. But we'll get that cranked out so you guys can watch that encounter. Let me know what you guys think when you guys watch it too, and if you guys like it enough, why don't you share it around? If not, it's okay because I should have it. Probably find it everywhere next couple of days. So thank you everyone for the support. Just showing up here just means a lot. That's all the support I need from you guys. If you feel you guys want to donate, I don't know, find a way to do it. I'm not gonna help you because we're not about money. So, if you want to have fun and email, I don't know, find a way to email me. I'm on Facebook. I'm in a bunch of Facebook groups. Anytime someone's sharing the lost cryptid stuff, it's most likely me, especially when I'm spamming all the groups. So just look for a Lost Cryptids Conservatory post. You should be able to contact me that way. I do actually have, we didn't get to this, a lot of new reports from Michigan, actually. Some very interesting reports that are in some spectacular areas that I find very interesting and that no one else has. These are reports that no one else has, that I luckily just stumbled across. You know, you never know what happens when you start talking to people about Bigfoot. I've gotten a lot of recent looks about, yeah, Bigfoot, but I've got some pretty interesting reports that I and that are practically gold nuggets to me because of everything, the situation, everything. It's amazing. So, um, yeah. So, working on a lot of interesting stuff behind the scenes, a lot of mapping and boots on the ground. Uh, we're trying to just get the evidence, honestly. And if it doesn't show up, I mean, I could be talking to you and showing you nothing. I mean, I could. Some people want to see that, but I feel like you should have something to show for going out there. And if it takes you months and months and nothing happens, then nothing happens. But make sure that you're not out there faking and larping it, right? I'm not gonna make a documentary every time I go out and make it some big, you know, high quality documentary of nothingness, right? Don't get time to do that. I don't got time for that, man. I got young kids and families and stuff. It's not. Doesn't make sense. Alright, so everyone, thanks again. I hope you guys have a fun time. And we'll be back next time. Next Saturday.